Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching and tuning in from. Welcome back to the She Is Complete Summit. Woo! It has been wonderful listening and watching these women share their amazing stories of triumph, amazing stories of, success. I have been impacted positively, and I know I am the better for it. I hope you are. That said, if you don't have your notepad, if you don't have your phone to tweet it out, go grab something. You cannot just listen to awesomeness and remain the same. Invite a friend, get someone to come hear this because it is going to be super awesome. Today with me is the amazing, energetic. She is so full of energy. She literally stands on tables to do scopes. I tell you guys, I kid you not. She is the amazing Kathryn Huber. Welcome, Kathryn.
Thank you. I'm so honored to be on here. And I think something that you just said, inspired me. It's so amazing how powerful stories are. Yeah. And the more we share our own personal story and help other people share their personal stories, the better we all are as a community for the world. So I love that you just said that. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, because a lot of people think that their cases are different. And then when you get to hear people, you then begin to see a pattern that, okay, no, the faces may be different, but the patterns are similar. And so whatever you're feeling now or going through now, somebody somewhere has gone through that and has triumphed and has gotten success. So you just need to know how. You just need to share, okay, how did you do it? And that's why I started the summit, because people need to know from real people now that, okay, this is how I did it. This is how you can also, make an impact. You can also make a difference in your life. So welcome to the She Is Complete Summit, Kathryn.
Yay! Thank you. Thank you.
About yourself and who you are, what you do.
Sure. My name is Kathryn Huber. I'm from the middle of the United States, from a state called Iowa. I am a life energy coach, and I really started out in the fitness realm, doing fitness stuff and exercise science and learning about the body and how we produce energy and all of that. And I realized that health and wellness is not just how you exercise. It's not just what you eat, but it's how you treat yourself. It's how you treat others. Okay. And so I wanted to make my practice of helping people with their health and wellness about all of dimensions of health and wellness, which is your spirituality, your finances, your energy, your confidence. All of that is a huge part of your health and wellness. And I think that's something that personal trainers and exercise people tend to kind of forget about. I mean, they give you motivation.
Yes. They just tend to forget to highlight diet and exercise, and then other parts kind of fizzle out.
Right. And I learned the hard way. I got really sick last year, and was diagnosed with the autoimmune disease. And, and so that point basically told me it didn't matter how much I exercised. It didn't matter how well I took care of my physical body and ate well. I also had to take care of myself, my purpose, my spirituality, my confidence.
Your mind,
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, so I was like, I got to change something. Something's got to change. It's been a long journey, and I've grown so much over the last year and a half. That's where I've seen a lot of my growth. And so it's really exciting that I know that just fresh off the huge amount of growth, I know that it seems really hard when you're stuck in the times where you feel like life isn't going the way that you want it to go. But there is light at the tunnel. You just got to find it.
Yes, I love that bit. There's light at the end of the tunnel. You just got to find it. And so this is about finding the light at the tunnel. Now, if your life were to be a movie growing up through and all the diagnosis and all, what would you title it, and why would that be your title?
I was trying to go through, there's a couple of them that I would choose, but I think my gut is telling me A State of Mind. And it's actually a documentary is what the movie is. But really with life, it's all about your perspective and how you see the things that have happened to you. And I think I'm sure you've discovered in this summit, all of us deal with something that's really difficult and really hard in life.
Yes,
But
yes.
ultimately it comes down to whether you can look at it from a perspective that you can learn something from it, or you let it make you be the victim. And so I think it's all about your state of mind. It's all about your perspective of how you see life. And so I think that's why I chose that, because I know that I used to not look at life that way. I used to blame all these things that happened to me, all of these experiences and all this negativity on, it's just my circumstance and I just have to live with it and that's just my life. Instead of seeing it as, this has been a gift that's given to me so that I can either help other people, so that I can learn from it and defeat it next time.
Yes.
So,
and be a better person because of it. Great, awesome. So now, can you describe who God means, what God means to you as a person, in relation to how you have experienced him through your life's journeys and things that have happened to you? Or I don't know, just tell us something about what God means to you.
Sure. I think when it comes down to my faith and my spirituality and God, I think it's led me to lead a life of, it's kind of kept me in check. And now I think that sounds kind of funny because it's like, well, you should be a good person regardless. But I think it's just, it redefine it. What's the word? It just affirms what I was taught as a child, that I need to be that I want to be a good person. And I think I have an inner desire to help others, to give information, to love others. But it's just another reason that shows me that we should care for each other, that we should lend a helping hand to people who need help. We should, I think it's just the last thing that just says, this is how we need to live our lives. And that's what God means to me. I think it's important that we have something that holds us accountable. I mean, I think that's why people hire personal trainers and coaches, because we want accountability. Yeah. And part of my faith is accountability. And then the other part is it gives me hope. There's a lot of things that happen in this world that we all disagree with. And there's a lot of tragedy that happens. But I think by having faith and by having God in your life, you are given a gift of hope, regardless what happens.
What happens outside. Yes. So it doesn't matter what's going on outside. What you have on your inside is peace and hope.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow, great. So that's a confidence booster, so you don't need to look out for confidence or look out for reassurance outside. When you have God, you have hope. Now the summit is She's Complete Summit, and I'm all about the total woman and the complete woman, but a lot of people have not understood or do not understand what the total woman or the complete woman mean, and I want to say this to you now. How would you describe, or do you think the total woman exists, the complete woman? Does she exist? And if she does, how would you describe her in today's world, 21st century?
I absolutely think that complete woman exists. I mean, no questions asked. I think sometimes we, like you said, we look outside of ourselves to find something that completes us. And I believe that relationships are huge importance in our complete selves, because I am the person that I am because of the deep relationships I have with God, with my family, with my parents, with my fiance. They make me a better person. They make me want to be a better person. But all of that comes from inside. That desire comes from within me. They give me motivation. They give me accountability. But it all comes from deep within. I think the complete woman, the total woman, is someone who is ready to go after the dreams that they have. I think she also has the confidence to believe in what she believes in, to believe in her trueness, and to also believe that you don't need anybody else, but you are better because of other people, because of the relationships that you develop.
Hmm, hmm.
So absolutely.
So you don't need anybody else to validate you, but you do need people. So we're not saying you should go be an island because you don't need anybody to validate you, but you do need people to be better because of the relationships, enriching relationships that you have.
Yep.
Great and awesome. So
Absolutely.
in the same light now, do you think that a single woman can fulfill her dreams, can live out her visions without necessarily being, married or having children? Because society kind of looks at a woman as lacking something if she isn't married or
Mm-hmm.
if she doesn't have a family.
Yes, absolutely. And I would like to think I come from a really progressive family. My parents, when they got married, my mom didn't change her name. My mom makes more money than my dad. Like,
Oh, wow.
there's always been like this, like, power woman, like, background. However,
Yeah.
they still have that. We want you to get married. I've dated my fiance for like almost a decade, and they're like, we want you to get married and have kids and all these things. So there's definitely a pull. Even, no matter where you are, there's always that pull that like
Okay.
women have to do X, Y, Z, and then you're complete, right? I don't, for me personally, I think it's a personal basis. For me personally, I don't think I am complete without the relationships that I have. That being said, I think a single woman can get the same close relationships without having a husband, without having children.
Okay.
I just personally believe for myself that I'm better around people. And so I
Yes,
like
yes.
deep bonds. Like I
Okay.
desire deep bonds. And so
Okay.
that's why for me, I don't think it's possible because
Okay.
I thrive off of others. But I absolutely believe that there are some women and men out there who are just, they're content with the relationships that they have and they don't desire to have children or, and they feel complete in that. And I think, it's definitely an individual basis, but it's absolutely possible.
Yeah. But another tangent to that is, do you think that many women, single women, would rather say, okay, I'll have to get married first before I can get that job, or live out, maybe there's a burning dream or desire, or I want to impact the world, and then you just feel, okay, I need to keep it down a bit, and then until I get married, then I can do stuff. Do you think that it is okay for a single man to go all the way out, leave out the big dreams, even without necessarily having a husband or having children?
Absolutely. I think it's okay. Everybody's journey is their own. And I really believe that. The life coach that I employed, he is an amazing man. And he said, a lot of people come to me saying, I wish I would have understood this at 20 or 15, or I wish I would have understand my purpose earlier in life. And he always tells people, it doesn't matter when you get it, as long as you got it.
Yeah.
And so I think because we're all different and our journeys are unique, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to have the children and the husband and then the big dream. You don't have to have the big dream and then get the children and the husband. It's all about listening to what's driving you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's all about listening. Yes, if you're listening or watching this right now and you haven't taken anything away from what she's saying, it's all about what is inside of you. It's not about what's going on outside or what everybody says you should do or you should be. It's going on your inside. Now, back to what's going on your inside. Now, can you tell us a bit about how anyone can, develop that confidence? You're a life energy coach. You talk a lot about confidence and how one can live a life of true happiness and joy. So could you please share some things about how one can take steps into, if you see a woman who says, I don't feel confident, I don't feel beautiful, I don't feel accomplished, people can commend me, but I don't feel that it is really okay, and so what would you say to such a person? What would you say to that lady here today?
Sure. I think one of the biggest steps is almost taking a step back and listing out your true desires. And then this was really hard for me because I felt I am the youngest of two. So I have an older sister, and she's very driven. She's her whole life.
She's more driven than you are?
Yes, she's always, and it's not that I'm not driven. It's more that she's always had a really clear vision of like what her life is going to look like. She's known what she wants to do from, a young age. And I never had that. I was just kind of like, da-da-da-da-da, like, this is so cool. Like, what? Just kind of, more whimsical, more not as purpose focused as her. And so I also felt like I'm very influenceable. I like people to be, I don't like making waves. I would just rather make people happy. So I think a lot of my life, I lived my life how I thought other people wanted me to live it. And I think for women, that is a hard thing because we're not only influenced by our parents and by our friends but society gives us this huge burden of what we should be doing. We kind of talked about that, or touched on that earlier.
Yes.
They have an expectation for us as women to help populate the world, to be nurturing, to be loving. And we don't, so we spend time not only listening to what our parents want us to do, but we listen to what society wants us to do too. And we don't actually listen to what's inside. And it's a hard thing because what's inside has been shaped by what you've experienced in life, right? And so you've got this, this is, all these people are telling me I should do this. And I've been living that for, 15, 20, 30, 40 years. But it's nothing that's not satisfying me. I think confidence ultimately has to come down to you doing something that you completely and utterly love, that you feel like when you, there is nothing more wonderful than waking up and realizing I get to do this. Like, this is my life. Like, this is awesome. And it just gives you tons of confidence. You don't even need to, everybody, especially coming from the health and fitness world, people are like, I want the abs. I want to look skinny. I want to be sexy. I want curves, all these things. No, you can have that and still not have any confidence. And ultimately that confidence is going to come from you doing something that gives you
love.
Yes, absolutely. And that gives you purpose. That makes you feel like, I did this. I'm doing this. Yes.
So if you're listening to this and you're feeling like, you don't have that level of confidence, you just need to listen to your inside. What is right on your inside? List out the things that you find fulfillment in doing. What are the things that you do with so much joy without even thinking about it? You can do it without being paid, and you would dance and do it with so much joy. What are the things that you would love to change, that give you the most pain, and you love that can be changed? Those are the kind of things that can point you to purpose, and that you should be engrossed. And when you're engrossed in your purpose, girl, you are so real. You'll get all the confidence that you have, because and then when you begin to see progress, progress begets progress, and you're so happy, like, wow, I just did that, and so you just keep getting yourself on the highs and focusing and focusing and focusing. Now you tell us about the sparkle speeding.
That is when I started on my whole journey of little pre-story. I went to college when I first got out of high school. I went to university for a couple years, and I was going to be a fashion designer. I wanted to design wedding dresses. I had made both my prom dresses for prom, and I'm going to do this. And that didn't work out. I worked retail. I was really unhappy. And I saw one of my friends. She was super happy. So, and she was a fitness coach. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try this. And I was just so inspired about the change that exercise gave, the extra energy that exercise gave me, and that the happiness that it gave me, that I was working towards a goal. And so then I was like, okay, I'm going to go back to college, get my degree. This is going to make me happy. And while I was doing that, I was kind of doing videos on YouTube. I was just, kind of telling stories and like helping people with things that I had struggled with. And I was on my way to work and I was filming myself in the car, and I had just started back to university, and I just felt like I hadn't felt like this in a long time. I felt like I was in the right place at the right time, doing exactly what the universe and God wanted me to do. And I was just like, this is like, I can remember just feeling like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And so when I was like describing this on this video, I said, I am just radiating sunshine. I am spitting sparkles. And I posted it, and that was the one thing that everybody commented on, like, what the heck is spinning sparkles? And I was just like, it's like when you feel like you're doing what you should be doing in life, and you just feel like it's so exciting that you can't hold it in.
Hold it back, and it just has to come out.
Yes. So that's why it just kind of caught on. I mean, it was just by accident that it caught on. And really, I gave myself the title because I was so sick of people on social media and clients of mine questioning every resume aspect, everything on my resume. Like, what did you get your degree in? And are you certified? And you give me CPR. And I was like, you know what? The value that I'm adding is me. Like, I mean, I can get 25 certifications, but still really the best part of all of us is my uniqueness as me.
Exactly.
So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to say people that I'm a exercise coach and I sell this product. And I was like, I'm going to just make something up. And who doesn't want to be a queen? So Queen Sparkle Spitter of America. And it's stuck.
Awesome. Her Royal Majesty, Queen Spitter of America.
Exactly. And I think we all should feel like that. We should all feel like a queen of our own life. Yeah. We are the lead role. Don't stop being stop being the princess or the duchess. Like this is your life. You have to take charge of it. And in my world, the queen is more important than the king anyway, so.
Of course, everywhere, because whatever decisions the king makes, of course, it can get overturned in the bedroom, and so the queens are always very powerful. Nobody undermines, anyone who undermines the power of a queen is doing that to his or her own detriment.
Exactly.
So we are queens in our lives, we rule, we make decisions, and so queens are intentional. Because this is just giving me so much inspiration right now, because when you see a queen, she's not saying, oh, if anything goes, I'll take what comes along. She says it, and then it happens. And so when we are decisive, that this really ties to the session we had with Coach Kemi, and she was talking about how you think in your mind. And when you think like a queen, you begin to think and you say, okay, this is going to happen. It will happen. And so you're not giving any room to chances or saying, okay, I'm not sure, I don't know if it's going to happen or not. But if you believe in your heart that you are super awesome and super powerful and your dreams will come to pass, they will come to pass. They will.
Absolutely.
They will come to pass. Awesome. It has been wonderful hearing you. Yes, can you share your thoughts on the theme becoming? The woman who is in the process of becoming, coming from her past, is in the present, and is moving toward the future. What would you say to that kind of person? Sure.
I think all we have is right now. I'm like every brilliant person that I know, and one of the common people we have in common is Ketchy, and she talks about this in her book, hits it home in her book. If you guys don't have her book, you've got it's amazing. It's so relatable and easy read, and you just want to read it all. But all we have is the present. So I think that's really important. And I think a lot of people dwell on the past. They've had a lot of bad things happen to them. A lot of clients of mine come to me heartbroken, or they come to me because they've lost their confidence, or they've lost their job, or they've had a health problem or something along those lines. our past shapes who we are. I mean, there's no question about that. It makes us who we are. But the good thing about the present is when we're looking back, we get to rewrite the story and use it to benefit us. Or we can use it to harm us, but it's a choice in the present. Like, you can't do anything about what's happened to you. You can't do anything about the past. However, you can find it, and you can get it to burn a fire in you to make the future better. So I think you are who you are right in this moment. We're all who we are in this moment, but we all can choose to use what we've learned and the experiences that we've had to make our future a better thing. So we're always becoming something new because we always have another, we have another moment until we don't have any more moments. So I love the theme that life is always a journey. It's a process. We're always becoming. Becoming never ends until we're done.
Until we're done, yes.
And so I don't think we can ignore what was, but we do have to be really aware of being present right now, because I think with the way that the world is right now, especially over here in America, we got some shenanigans going on. Who knows what's going on? Exactly. But we can learn from the past and we can look forward to the future. But both of those things, sometimes we dwell too much on the fear of what's going to happen and on what the harshness of what the past has given us. And what we really need to do is focus on being present and becoming what we want to be.
Yes. So we need to focus on being present. And not just on what has been, and letting it rob us of the joys of what's going on now and rob us of the vision of the future.
Right.
Wait. Now, looking back, what was one or more, if you have, misconceptions that you had about life or about women, growing up, that you have overcome now and you would love to say something different to your younger self?
I think a misconception, and my mom always used to say this to me, and I wanted to smack her every time she'd say it. It was so, I'm a very empathetic person. People's feelings around me affect me more than I think the average person. And I think a lot of people are like this. I don't want to take that away from anyone, because I think there's a lot of, and the more I learn about people, the more I'm like, you're a lot more like me than I ever thought. But I would let people's words and I would let people's feelings determine how I felt and determine who I was and determine what I thought I could or couldn't do. And I think she was always right. She always said, growing up, I always went by Katie. She always said, Katie, you get to decide how you feel about this. They can't make you feel any other way than what you feel. You get to make and I always wanted to say, no, like, they hurt my feelings. You don't know how this feels. You don't know, like, this feels bad. And I think my empathy is my greatest
strength.
It's also my downfall, because I have let it control my own feelings. And so it took me till, 29, 28 years old to figure out, no, I have control over that. And I can feel bad because of for people. I can feel empathy, but I don't have to let their feelings determine
how you feel about yourself.
Exactly.
Or about a particular situation that you're in. Wow, this is really, really awesome. Yes.
And I think for women, that's a huge, I think a lot of us are really empathetic, and it's something we feel that society wants us to be. So we're even pushed more to feel people's feelings, like, be sympathetic, and so, and don't have your own opinions about this, and this, be sympathetic to what everybody else says and be loving to them. And so I think it was definitely a misconception that I realized that I had control over my feelings.
Awesome. Powerful thing here, because especially for the younger ladies, it is something that they're still trying to find themselves. And then when someone, especially someone who you respect, say something negative about you, about your ability, about your vision. You know, when I was growing up, and then I was trying to apply for. I was in the sciences. This just made me remember something right now. I was in the sciences, and I wanted to become a doctor. You know, I eventually did human anatomy. You know, when I was looking for scholarships to go study abroad and all that, I had a discussion with an uncle of mine, and then I went to his house. There was an application, and they said it was a newspaper application that you should write to a particular number, and I knew he always bought that paper, and so I went to him and I said, please, can you give me this? And then he looked at me and told me that I'm reaching for something that is beyond me, you know, and that if I just want to, I could just go do English and do something that I can read that too, but he doesn't see it. I left his place really crushed. I was like, how will he say this to me? How can he say I cannot become, you know? And I'm like, okay, I can either take this the wrong way or take it as a motivation, you know, to become really good at what I do and excel for myself, not because someone says, yes, you can, or no, you can't, you know. And so everyone who is here has either had a brush down by someone or the other. It really doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. Right. I just say I had to share that.
Well, and I think that's a really valid, I think we all, like you said, especially with women, we all deal with that from time to time. And someone saying that, oh, maybe you should go and do this because you would be really, and whether they're doing it because they think they're going to protect us or whether they think it, you know, like we really truly can't do it. If you have an inner desire, don't let that go. Don't let that go. Let it push you. And I think as women, sometimes we say, oh, don't listen to that desire. Like you have other things you need to be doing. But we do, because you're only going to truly find confidence, truly find purpose when you are doing something that you love.
You love. Awesome. It keeps coming back. It keeps coming back to finding your true self, finding and doing what you truly love. Great. So what are your last words for, you know, the teenagers who are online, who come online, because they really come on really early these days, you know? Yeah. So they're all over Facebook, Twitter, and then you see they're really young. And so how can you inspire them? What would you say to inspire anyone who's watching this or listening to this today?
Sure. I think, again, listen to yourself. I think it's something that young kids and adults really need to listen. I encourage my clients all the time. Think about the things that you liked when you were a child, and those are probably going to lead you to some of the things that you're going to find purposeful. Because children just do what feels good that they should be doing.
Yeah.
Without even thinking about it.
Don't have inhibitions anywhere.
Right. So really stay true to you. I think that's the biggest thing for young girls who really have a desire to do something. I let a boyfriend pretty much my whole life dictate like where I was going to go to college, what I was going to do, like where I was going to move to so I could be with them. It's up to you. You're never going to be happy if you live your life for somebody else, whether that's a parent or a boyfriend or whoever. You've got to, when you're truly going to be happy and you're going to be the most confident and the most successful, I truly believe, is when you are doing something that you love. So especially when you get online and you get all these people saying, you should do this and you should do that and you should do this. If it doesn't feel right to you, don't do it. I don't care. I don't care if the smartest person is saying this or the person that you love the most is saying this. If it doesn't feel right to you, do not do it.
Awesome. This has been a total package of spitting sparkles. Yeah, so let it out. Let your inner diva out. Let your inner sparkle show. Don't hide it. Don't be apologetic about it. It is in you because God has put it in you for something. You can be a blessing to somebody else. So don't hide your light. Go shine your light. Thank you so much, Kathryn. If someone wants to reach you in order to tap some of your sparkles or, you know, for some coaching, how can they reach you?
Sure. You can head over to my website. That's probably the best place. It's KathrynElizabethHuber.com, or the easy way to go there is bit.ly/spitting_sparkles, easy to remember, and you'll go right to my website, and there's a place where you can send me a message from there.
Oh, wow, great, awesome. This has been really wonderful. So everyone, bit.ly/spitting_sparkles or KathrynElizabethHuber.com. The links will be provided below the video so that anyone can come and reach you. Awesome. And they can follow you on social media, right?
Yes, absolutely. I'm everywhere. It's Periscope, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere.
All right, no worries. Thank you so much. To you who's been listening and tweeting and sharing, thank you so much. I know you have been getting some of the sparkles. It has been really amazing to be the best that you can be to yourself. Be true to yourself. Identify what you were here for and do it. Don't let anyone stop you. It is all possible. You are beautiful. You are amazing. You are complete. Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Take care now. Bye.